JP Tatum, glad you're here. Lots to talk about. Okay, first and foremost, quick introduction. Who I am. My name, JP Tatum. Company, Tatum Financial. What we do, a lot of things. Specifically though, we want to have you retire in the zero tax bracket. I said zero tax bracket. So a lot of what I'm teaching you is the opposite of what the rest of the world is teaching you, which is my whole purpose. The reason God put me here is for one reason and one reason only, to help free you people. That's it. That's it. Yes, I'm free. I want to help you get free. This is the case, okay? The system isn't broken. It was built this way, okay? It's a game, and if you know how to play a game, just like any game, then you have a chance at winning. When you don't know the rules to the game, you lose. It's no different than a big person playing a little person in, I don't know, handball. You hit that ball hard enough, bing, over their head, you win. You already knew that because you grew up playing the game, right? So you just took advantage of the person that didn't, the little kid who's just learning. That's the world. That's the financial system. That's how it's built. However, there are ways to learn the game that you just won't learn in school. Sorry to break it to you, college grads, it's not going to matter. What I'm going to share with you, some of you who are even professionals, high-level executives, don't know what I know. They aren't working with people that know what I know. And they haven't been mentored by the people that know what I know. So congratulations for tuning into this channel. Congratulations for finding this page. Congratulations for meeting me. And I am honored to meet you and happy to serve because we are going to have so much fun together. I'm going to pique your interest. I'm probably going to piss you off at some point. Don't know, won't be my intention, but I just want you to get clear that you've been following a system that was not designed for you. It was not designed for you to win, and I'm ready to upset that. I'm done with the status quo. I'm over people getting taken advantage of. Took me some time, but I figured it out, and I can't wait to share it. I'm going to share it all of it, all of it. So you'll hear me talk a lot about taxes. Here's my disclaimer. No, I'm not a CPA, but I probably work with your CPA. A lot of my clients are CPAs. Okay? So I'm not, again, going to say anything that I don't know or do myself. That's a promise that you have. 2, I'm open to feedback. You feel like something I said you want to challenge it, by all means, leave it in the comments. Email me. I'm happy to address it. And more importantly, I would like for when you listen to what I'm saying, you suspend everything you think you know. And I'm asking you to suspend it temporarily and consider that what I'm saying is an actual possibility. You'll find yourself often saying, well, if that's the case, why isn't everyone doing it? Let me explain something to you. I am not the person that you want to work with, listen to, look at, if you're looking for someone that's going to be teaching you the same things that you already think you know. I'm someone who's going to teach you things that you should know, that I'm clear you don't know. But I would love for you to know, because if you know, then you can teach your kids and they can teach their kids, and we can have a completely different economic system, right? Even within small communities, African American communities, Caribbean American communities, Hispanic communities, if I can teach you anything that changes the way you think even a little bit, and it has you do different actions that other people observe and then they start to follow those actions, we have succeeded. That's all I'm here for. It's just to plant some seeds, teach you a little bit at a time. Sometimes some things might be over your head. Sometimes it might be right on time. So to help me fine tune the message, ladies and gents, if you have comments, questions, or want me to cover a certain topic, please leave it in the comments, because all I want to do is please you. That's my job. My course of action today is to talk about the 3 buckets. I want to talk about 3 buckets because this is the way that you should view money. It's one thing to go get money. It's a completely different thing to keep it. And what I'm about is teaching you how to keep your money. I want to give you the most empowering, efficient ways to keep money. If you're in your 30s, 20s or so, and I could show you a way that you could retire and pay 0 taxes when you get there. I could show you that. And I'm certain about it. Look me in my eyes. I'm clear. I don't think I can. I know I can. Okay? So if you're a little older and you're already in retirement or closer to retirement, but you have a lot of your assets tied up in different things, I'm going to touch on one of those buckets and show you how you can move things over so that you can then experience maybe a reduced situation where you pay less taxes than you would have before you met me. How's that sound? Okay? And if you're really young and you're getting started and you're excited, just listen to everything I say and don't make the same mistakes some of us have already made, and you'll be fine. But I can definitely guarantee you a tax-free retirement if you follow what I'm saying. So let's talk about those 3 buckets real quick. So those 3 buckets, I'm gonna write them up here. Let me move my chair back so I can write on this board. All right, there's 3 buckets. So, 3 buckets. Okay, you have taxable, tax deferred, and my favorite, tax free. Okay, so what happens when you save money in your savings account? Which one of these buckets do you think that those dollars are in? Ding, 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 taxable, right? This is going to be your savings account. Okay. Your brokerage account, same thing, taxable. Well, what about your 401k at work? If you have a 401k, and for the record, so I want to be clear too, guys. I'm going to go like back and forth sometimes, where I really want to explain the language that I'm using, and I really want to hammer home the language of the financially savvy, your bankers speak, so that when you walk into the bank or when you're having that conversation with your advisor or consultant, you feel comfortable with the way they're speaking to you because you understand what those terms mean. If I don't speak the language to you and I never define it, that's where some of the, I don't want to say apprehension, but that's where the nervousness or the desire to like turn a blind eye comes from. A lot of us will ignore our finances because it makes us feel stupid or small, or we feel ashamed or guilty. Fuck all of that. I want to throw all of that out of the window. When you're here with me, it's you and me. We're working on this together. I'm teaching this to you because I want you to feel like the shit when you walk into that office. I want you to feel confident that you understand. I want you to know what questions to ask so you're clear about what you just did and why. Tatum Financial is all about not only telling you what to do, but why to do it, how to do it. We're like all the way with you. Okay, so this isn't like a temporary, set you up kind of thing. I want to really, really educate you. Okay, so a 401k, for those of us that don't know, is an employer-sponsored plan. An employer-sponsored plan. And with the 401k, that would be considered tax deferred. The reason it's considered tax deferred is because you don't pay the taxes until later. Deferred means later. So you don't pay taxes when you put the money in this account type. You pay it when you take the money out. Okay? So these are taxable because this is the money you already got. So you got your paycheck. Let's pretend you just got paid today. And your net was $1,000 and you put $250 in your savings. That was an after-tax contribution, right? You already paid taxes. Your take-home was $1,000, so that was already taxable, right? And then you put that money in an account. That's what this is. That's why it's taxable. But check this out. What else is tax deferred? Well, if you're a teacher, it's not a 401k, but maybe it's a 403b. If you work for the government, post office, something like that, you might have a TSP, right? Thrift savings plan. Okay, most pensions in general are here. Now, what about this bucket? Well, there really aren't too many account types for this bucket. You're going to be so in love with all of this during our time. You're going to be like, why would anyone waste their time? There's some cases for this. There's some cases for this. Each bucket plays a role in your overall financial picture, but we'll get there. All right, so tax-free. Oh, geez, forgot. A traditional IRA goes here. I can't spell. Here we go. There it is. Traditional IRA. And for the record, sometimes people call it a contributory IRA, a rollover IRA. Rollover and contributory and traditional are all the same. Tax deferred IRAs. Okay? IRA stands for Individual Retirement Arrangement, aka or account. But the legal term is arrangement, but we know it as Individual Retirement Account. That's what IRA stands for, okay? So that's tax deferred. So over on tax free, you have the Roth IRA, okay? Roth 401k. Got another one for you you've never heard of. PRA. And we'll get into this little gem here later. But the point that I'm making here is Roth, whenever you see that, that is basically the key that should tell you, if I see Roth, that means I'm going to put the money in after taxes. But when I go to take it out, it'll be tax-free. So what do you mean, JP? Here's what I mean. Let's pretend, and this, another disclaimer, this example is oversimplified. It's like, it's just the most basic oversimplified example I can make up. But follow me. So let's say you had $1,000, you put it in your Roth, it grew to $3,000. What I'm saying is that $1,000 that you initially put in, you had already paid taxes on when you put it in there, right? Maybe you got it from your paycheck, something like that. So you put $1,000 in the Roth account. It was invested and it grew to be $3,000 at some point in the future. So now you're retiring and you're going to take the money out. So that original $1,000 you put in, you weren't going to pay taxes on anyway because you already paid taxes when you put that in. But the growth, that extra $2,000 was just pure growth. You get to take that out tax-free as well. What? Tax-free. So that's what makes the Roth super exciting is that, hey, I put money in, it grows, and I get all of it out tax-free. Hell yeah, sign me up. Now, why would someone use this? Well, you'd use this account if you have the following answer to the question. Do you think taxes are going up or down? That's what I thought. So you would then agree that right now, you're probably in the lowest tax bracket you're ever going to be in your life. Fair? I mean, if you believe taxes are going up, that would only imply that wherever you are right now in the world of taxes is the lowest it's going to be as you get older. So, for my young people, I'm talking 18. I really, one of the best things about the Roth, and this could be a whole nother video in itself, but real quick, is that there's no age requirement. As long as you have earned income, you can contribute, okay? We'll come back to that, but I'm going to repeat these things over and over, so don't worry if you didn't get it all. So, whether you're 16, 18, 12, if you have earned income, a job paying you, you can put money in here, okay? So, my younger people, again, right now would be the time to put your paychecks in a Roth IRA because you're only going to make more money as you get older, right? Yep. Which means your taxes are only going to go up, right? Yep. So wouldn't it make sense then at this point in time to just put money away in this? Yep. That's why that makes sense. So now the other buckets, they serve their purposes. Tax deferred bucket, the only purpose that really serves is you get a match. With this, you get a match. Right? You get a match from your employer. That's cool. Free money, right? It does help you lower your taxable income today, right? So it helps you lower your taxes a little bit right now. So you lower taxes right now. That's probably one of the fastest ways to save on taxes if you're a high income earner or you feel like you're paying more in taxes but you would like to pay less. You can max this out. So the maximum So this is the maximum contribution limit. That's the most you could put in a 401k in one whole year is $19,000. That's per person, guys. So if you're married, you can put $19,000 and they can put in $19,000, okay? So yeah, contributing to these, they give you a tax benefit today and you have to deal with that later. Again, as we journey together, we'll show you strategies on how to take advantage of savings today and have plenty of savings income tax-free later by doing things called conversions. And savings, as far as this taxable bucket, listen, ladies and gentlemen, hear me clearly. You don't need more than a 6-month emergency fund ever in this bucket. I want as much as my money and wealth here as possible. I don't want a bunch of freaking cash in this. For what? I'm not making any money on this. In fact, I'm losing. And this, I got to deal with capital gains tax. So whatever. However you're saving, I don't care. I don't want more than 6 months. That's it. We're going to just call this cash. You don't need more than 6 months of your living expenses, your rent, your mortgage, your car insurance, your car note, your whatever. All your monthly expenses, total it up, multiply by 6. That's the most cash you want to have at any one time sitting in a savings account or a checking account, okay? As far as your money that's working for you, you want as much of that over here as possible and as little of it here that you can control, okay? I'll get into all the reasons why eventually over our journey, but I don't want to make this video too long. So there you go. The 3 buckets are taxable, tax deferred, and tax free. We'll drill down on these. If you have any questions about this video, post it in the comments. Email me again, JP Tatum with Tatum Financial. Thank you for watching.